So I'm thinking, okay, how can I break this down a little bit? You know, what is the language of transformative leadership? So I took a little pause and I said, well, I think it's questions. I think questions are the language of transformation. Because at any moment, we could question ourselves and improve our self-awareness about what our strengths are or what they're not. So at any moment, a question can open up our own relationship. A question can open up the development of someone else through coaching and mentoring and supporting people. So questions are transformative in coaching and development. Questions are also the language of strategy. How do we get from the current state to the desired state? What are we going to do to bridge that? So questions take us from the surface value of something to the essence. And when we get to that level, we can impact big transformation in ourselves, in others, or in a whole system. So I thought, well, maybe we should start with a question. One of my favorite thought leaders is Emerson. And Emerson had a question practice that maybe some of you have heard about. And if he hadn't seen somebody in a while, he would say, tell me what's become clearer to you since we last met. Whew, that's a question. What if your response is nothing? Right? What does that say about us and our life and what we're not paying attention to? So it's a question that takes us from the surface to go, what's really happening that's significant? So I have a question for all of you to kick this off that I hope around the tables we can engage this. And you're only going to have about 5 minutes. So if one of you speak for 5 minutes, that's low emotional intelligence, right? So in order to heighten your impact and emotional intelligence, I'm going to show you this question. Pause for a minute, just for a minute. Collect yourself. Go to what's important. Go under the surface to try to engage this and try to get to what are the few words or one thought that best represents your view here, and then share that with the group, and then maybe everybody can get around in the group, and then we'll come back and we'll share some of those key thoughts. So here's the question. Amidst all of the distraction that we have, and all the hyperactivity, and all the doing that is relentless in our lives, amidst all the performance pressure, time pressure, resource restriction, and resource pressure, all of the stuff that you have to do to keep things running, here's the question. How can we move from management transaction, getting all the stuff done, as important as it might be, how can we move from management transaction to leadership transformation to create a new and better future? By the way, this is your real job. The first part becomes our job, dominates and fills up every little corner of our time. The second part, creating the future, is our real job.